friends, and welcome to Vlogmas with Queenie in London, day 19. Here I am, you know where I am. I'm on Piccadilly and I'm going to walk through the Piccadilly arcade. And whilst we're doing so, you can have a nose in the beautiful windows of some of the most beautiful shops where I'll explain to you what we're doing today. Here you go, look how gorgeous this is. Of course, we're going to have a little look at the Burlington arcade later on as well. But in today's video, I am going to take you along Christmas present in London whilst combining the days of Christmas past. I'm going to walk you through St James's and into the windows of some of London's oldest shops. Shops that would have been frequented by the chap we're about to meet at the end, Mr. Beau Brummell himself. He might just have wandered into some of these shops to pick up Christmas gifts for his many fashionable acquaintances and for his ever sartorially elegant self. So I hope you will enjoy this video. That was timed perfect, wasn't it? I couldn't do that again if I tried. I hope you really enjoy this video. There's a lot to see, and obviously we're going to go along Regent Street, look at the beautiful spirit lights. Our first stop is all along this here Jermyn Street. Hey Beau! So here I am, guys, outside the Piccadilly arcade. I made a right at Beau and head way to the beginning of the street for you at its junction with St James's Street, and way down the bottom there is St James's Palace. Now when you have a palace and some of the oldest, most established gentlemen's clubs in the world, you are going to get little shops springing up that wish to serve that very particular kind of clientele, and that explains so nicely why so many of these old shops sprung up in the first place. So we're going to have a little journey so you can have a look at St James's in the modern day at Christmas time in 2023. I'm going to cross over the road. It's a very miserable day here in London, but I wouldn't dare wear a Mac in St James's. This is, you know, cigars apparently. Davidoff. Right, there you go. So this one is an oldie. You might have found Beau in here. Year of the Dragon, indeed. I didn't know that until they informed me. See if you find anything in these beautiful windows. I need one of those today that tickle your fancy. Just here, Emma Willis. She was on a programme I watched recently. She's one of the new additions to the street, but just over there, check out the date of when that first came to our beautiful capital. You have some gorgeous eateries along here and galleries, and apparently as part of their lease, galleries are required to maintain art in their windows at all times, because this is very much a artistic area of St James's. You're mainly going to find, this one's an oldie, you're going to see a lot of royal warrants. Many of them have multiple. This is probably the area with the most royal warrants per bit of ground, however you want to measure it. I know a lot of you are going to know so much more about each individual one of these shops than I am, but I just wanted to include this so much as part of my Vlogmas series. This is probably one of the biggest names on the street. You probably all know of Turnbull and Asser, and just look at these beautiful trees. They're spinning. How much do I want a revolving Christmas tree? I think it's going to have to happen next year, guys, because the baubles are taking over and they're starting to go round the back and I can't see them, so I'm going to have to invest in a new revolving tree. Look at, even the signage is beautiful, guys, but that grey London sky is not. There you go. It's a nice classy effort, displaying their beautiful wares. Beautiful garland round the door and very fashionable gents going in. And this extends round the corner, so I'm going to give you a little butcher's, and I think that might have to be part of my thumbnail, so give me a second. So Jermyn Street, for the fashionable gentleman, well known for sartorial excellence, is mainly full, this is how I'm thinking of it, of shirts, smokes and scents. With some cheese, apparently. Britain's oldest cheese shop is along Jermyn Street. We'll find that and shove our faces in. Maybe our noses as well. Just look at this. So Beau Brummell would most definitely have popped into Turnbull and Asser, maybe picked up himself a pair of those ear gloves, a shirt, and been served by some of the finest and most experienced shop workers ever. Let's cross over. A lot of you will know that name there. I love all these flags outside the shops proclaiming the name and the standard. This is very Chelsea. And look, they've got like a lovely reindeer in the window. I'm loving this. This is very outdoorsy. Look. Beautiful little robin, and there's some beautifully wrapped presents. Everything very traditional down Jermyn Street, which is what I love to see. I'm loving all these dark hues, very natural. Loving that houndstooth scarf. Looking that you can peer into these shops whilst I'm walking along, because they are spectacular inside. They are theatrical. They are the stuff of retail dreams. This is an oldie. This barber's shop here with everything you need to be well groomed gentlemen. Look at these hair brushes and just whoa, they got a bit of a rush on. Luxurious Christmas gifts for the gentlemen of your household. You're probably all screaming at me, knowing things about this beauty, Taylor's of Old Bond Street. And the way it's all displayed is just a complete joy. And then obviously over here we are back at the Piccadilly arcade, tipping my invisible hat to Mr. Brummell. Edward Green shoes. I forgot to say shoes when I did my little litany of S's back then. Edward Green. Very, very fine shoemaker. Oliver Brown. Suitors. We're going to carry on walking and you can keep enjoying the video. The lights have just flickered on because in London the lights, to save electricity, only come on at a certain time and they go off, I think, at 1 o'clock in the morning. Crockett and Jones, some more royal warrants for you to behold. How inviting it just looks in there. You can see their royal warrants over their counter. Just a stunner. Oh look, we've incorporated candy canes onto Jermyn Street. I never knew that was there. Hang on. Centre for British Photography. I don't think I'm ever going to get in there, am I, with these camera skills? There you go. This one here has done a lovely window display with a gingerbread man. It says happy sweet holidays. Very cute. It's unusual for Jermyn Street. On the corner there, you know what that is, don't you, my lovelies? That's the restaurant of Fortnum & Mason, which has a Jermyn Street address. And then up there you can see the best grocer anywhere in the world. We're not going to pop in today, but I'm hopefully going to take you back in there so I can get some treats for my table before the big old day. There you go, that's a beautiful place to come. I've put it on my wish list for the new year because I think I might treat myself to something yummy. And we're going to carry on moseying down Jermyn Street to take you to something very, very special. As you'd expect in that beautiful Fortnum & Mason restaurant, nothing is quite as ordinary as just regular bacon and eggs. If you had bacon and eggs, the eggs would be from a very special hen and the bacon would be from a very special pig. They were the most finest sourced ingredients ever, so you can expect the extra mile. We're going to carry on walking through here. I'm quite happy it's not as rainy and horrible as it looks on my camera, through my camera lens. How are you doing, guys? How are you getting on? Are you all excited for the big day? Thank you so much for all your beautiful comments on my Bond Street video. I'm so glad it was okay for you and not desperately shaky. I tried my best. I did have fun. The energy, one of you said that you loved the energy of the busyness, which I totally agree with you about. I do too. Just look at this over here. Should cross over. One sec. I made it across. They seem to be having a lot of deliveries, which is good news. So here you have like Loce again, which is also over the road. Look at the beautiful buildings, the beautiful gas lamps, everything. This is such a joy. It's just like stepping back in time, but it's also actual living history, because these shops go back to the 1740s. The street goes back a long way, a century before. You can see what's coming up, can't you, Prince B? John Lobb, before I go on to that one. You got Hackett there. John Lobb. Very, very fine shoemakers, which also has another one down St James's Street, I believe. You will find the, are they called lasts? I think the wooden implement that's used to make the shoes. They have the lasts of Princess Diana. I think the Duke of Wellington had his first boot made in there. Just little bits of history for you today, what I can remember off the top of my head. The lights are looking beautiful down there. And we have another little shopping arcade, which I will walk you through. There you go, that's looking pretty too. My lovelies, who doesn't love a gift of perfume for Christmas? And we're standing outside number 89, which is Britain's oldest perfumiers. It started when a gentleman came over from Menorca called Joan Flores, and he opened this shop, this very shop, in 1770 or thereabouts. It's been here forever since. Thankfully, it's very well loved. It has over 20 royal warrants, and the first one was granted by George IV. What else can I tell you about Flores? Its scents were logged in a very special leather-bound book, so many of them are the original recipes, if you were, and it's still in family ownership. And isn't it a beauty? Those cabinets that everything is displayed on were actually purchased after the Great Exhibition, the very famous Great Exhibition of Prince Albert and Queen Victoria. So here's Floris. I'm going to nip you over the road so you can have a little peek into the windows. From here, I'm loving their blue balls. There's a car is waiting for me because he thinks I'm just waiting to cross. So you can have a little peep into here and have a look at their gorgeous display, and you can peer in. I'm going to get in touch with these guys in the new year and see if I could come in for a little bit of a film and a history lesson. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I can smell something completely divine. I'm getting strong hints of jasmine. I think this is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Look at this. I hope, Prince B, you have something beautiful in your stocking from Santa from Floris this year, and I hope you've had a little look and enjoyed. Just before, I'm just walking away from Floris now, but I've just checked my little brief notes and I forgot to mention that Ian Fleming, he used to frequent Floris quite a lot, so unsurprisingly the aroma of Floris made their way into references of many of his James Bond novels. Crockett and Jones. That one's a well-known one. Paxton and Whitfield. You can read all about the individual histories of these shops on their fantastic websites. We're going to go to the front of Piccadilly later on, but I wanted to film this bit before it got too dark and the shops closed, because I wanted to see you people actually shopping on Jermyn Street, and I wanted to show you the doors open so you can see that they are used and loved still. Russell and Bromley, well-known high street there. Just look how beautiful this shop front is. I love the arched windows. I love that all of them are different. It's picture perfect. Literally picture perfect. When I imagine shopping in London in the 1800s, this is exactly how I imagine it. And it's amazing that you can still walk around it like it's a relic, but it is a living and breathing, working relic, real history. And as a bonus, look what we've got here. Over the road there, where the gorgeous tree is, that is St James's of Piccadilly. It's an Anglican church. It was built and designed by Sir Christopher Wren, just in case this street needed another reason to make it more special. So obviously, Beau, can you imagine him walking past? Christmas trees actually came to England in 1840, I believe, so he may not have seen a Christmas tree, but he most definitely would have been in the habit of gifting for Christmas, and Christmas was just about getting really, really big in England at that time in terms of feasting and establishing traditions to do with food. I think goose was particularly popular at that time. I'm just going to twist you again just so you can have a little look down these side streets as well. I love this one because it goes downwards. And I can hear, look how beautiful. I can hear some carols being sung, so I'm going to shush and hope that you can pick them up.
Fils idéal.
pretty good looking branch of Waterstones here. Loving their trees up the top there. I think they did Snowman one year, do you remember that? So obviously if we carry on down here, we're going to come out onto Regent Street, St James's, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to keep on walking. I must here actually say well done to Waterstones, because they have had some of the finest selection of Christmas cards this year. I've literally got most of them from there. They are really gorgeous, unusual, really traditional. I got one that said the 12 Days of Christmas, which is just so beautiful. It looks so Victorian. They've also had, thankfully, a good selection of wrapping paper, because I couldn't find any I liked anywhere. I'm loving that view. Look how gorgeous this is. So I hope you enjoyed that little meander down Jermyn Street, guys. I hope you enjoyed having a little nose into some of the windows. I would love to do a more thorough history of the street one day. These lights are beautiful along here because they feed in so nicely to the lights, the big spirit lights that we're about to have a little look at on Regent Street, St James's. I'm actually going to turn at the end here, and I'm going to take you to the St James's Christmas tree on Waterloo Place. Before I do, here's the Jermyn Street Theatre, London's smallest theatre. I think it's got something like 70 seats. It's not particularly old. I think it was developed here in the 90s. That's what's on at the moment, a very special pantomime. But it was part of I think it was a cellar of a tavern, if I remember correctly. So that's the Jermyn Street Theatre. Now I'm going to go and show you the Christmas tree. This is the Christmas tree of St James's in Waterloo Place, and the lights are off. I'm surprised myself with how early I am today. Oh, I don't know if they're gonna come on, guys. I'm gonna hang about for a little while to see if they do. Look at all them coming out of there, crikey, and that's quite pretty as well. But there's a beautiful Christmas tree in the middle of Waterloo Place. It's a lovely position because this is the start of the very famous Spirit of Christmas Angels of Regent Street. I believe there are 40 angels in total, and they are all different if you look at them carefully. I love the fact that their wings look like they're moving because the bulbs go up and down, the lights. They're just beautiful. I think they knock the socks off Oxford Street stars, which I hope they change next year. But I think these ones can stay forevermore. I also like them because they're sort of just a very extravagant upgrade of the first ever Regent Street Christmas lights in the 50s, I believe. I'll try and pop in a little photo here of the original lights, and they were angels, so it's kind of nice. They've got a bit of a story behind them. They are of course eco-friendly, and I believe they were British design and made. Guys, I'm going to make my way along Regent Street, St James's. I'm going to follow in the path of the flying angels and pick back up with you at Piccadilly Circus. But I will of course pop in anything I see that I think that you will like that's fabulously festive on the way. That is a Mac I can wear in St James's. I like it. So here we are at the beautiful Burlington Arcade, my lovelies. We're going to have a little wander through here first of all. I have rerouted, you'll notice by the light. But Beau Brummell, doubtful that he would have ever seen the Burlington Arcade. This opened in 1819. And Beau actually left for France. I was saying, Beau actually left for France the year before this was completed. but I'm sure he would have approved. Look at those beautiful wreaths. I absolutely love the way this is crafted. It's such a beautiful building. I think I just saw a beadle, Brasington beadle, did you see? Beau's end was rather sad. He actually died in Calais, I think it was, in a lunatic asylum, and he was pretty penniless. He liked to gamble, did old Beau, as well as shining his shoes with French champagne. So he never really returned to London. The gent who built this did it to be a covered shopping destination for fashionable gentlemen. But also I think I read that he just didn't want people to chuck rubbish into his back garden, which is this area where it's built. I'm not sure how true that is. I may have to revise my knowledge. This is the best shopping arcade, I think, and I love how they decorate it for Christmas. I love these traditional wreaths this year. They did James Bond one year, didn't they? Look at the tree made out of luggage. Shoe shining. Mine are suede, otherwise he could do mine. Love the lighting in here. Look at these suits, that jacket, the salmony pink one. So you'll know that this brings you out to Bond Street, New Bond Street again. We're not going to go down there because I did a video on there the other day, and if you've missed that one, I will link it for you in the corner. Do it, it's crazy. It was filmed on a Sunday. It was a mission, guys. I don't like sticking my camera into jewellery shops. Look at these. A lot of jewellery in here. Look at the stockings. Oh, I feel I can breathe a bit now, guys. Watches, jewellers, earrings. Are there any chestnuts roasting on an open fire for me at the end? I can't smell them. Distinct lack of that gorgeous smell in London this year. There we go, so you've had a little walk through the Burlington as well now, guys. This is a very oldie-worldy traditional London Christmas video. Look at the little Peter Pan collars for the little girls. Look for the little boy. Oh, they are like clothes royal children would wear. If I had children, I would dress them like that. Oh, these lot must have got off of the bus. Shoes. More shoes. I'm going to get a picture from the other end. Look at these beautiful lights in here. Sorry. This is a beautifully decorated shop. Now I'm going to take a photo from the other end, you guys. Just escaped a sticky situation and planted myself by door for 19 on Fortnum's. I'm going to journey along Piccadilly because it's still not dark and I'm walking faster than I thought I could. So I think of actually just being carried along by crowds, to be honest. I'm going to journey down Piccadilly and then get to Piccadilly Circus, and I'll show you anything on the way, and then we'll go to have a look at the spirit lights of Regent Street. Princess of Piccadilly have another beautiful fall tree out the front here, and I just love listening to people's reactions when they approach that beautiful red advent calendar of Fortnum's frontage, because here we are, and you can see it when they approach from here and they start to cross the road. They all stop and they go, wow. I love hearing that. I never tire of people's joy at Fortnum's. It's just a delight. Waterstones, Piccadilly, we saw the back, but it's actually singing. Listen. Isn't that lovely? I love their trees on their little mini veranda there. That's how we're looking. Approaching Piccadilly Circus, and I feel we're going to get a little bit of a glimpse of why the expression is core. It's like Piccadilly Circus here. So we travelled along Piccadilly. We have arrived at Piccadilly Circus. Here we go. There's those famous screens. They should have something festive on, really, don't you think? The Coca-Cola Santa. And here we are, Regent Street. That beautiful Regent Street curve, our beautiful glimmering buildings, underground roundel in the shop for you. And we're going to journey along this busy shopping street. Under a week to go now, guys. Let's go and see all those beautiful angels, and if there's any pretty window displays to feast your eyes on along here. Here they are, guys. Can you see them fluttering? Look at those wings. Beautiful. They are such a showstopper, and I love this one here especially because you can get the curve of the building. This is beautiful, Regency feeling, flying on up triumphantly with that hand in the air. This is so beautiful. Let's wander down. Look at the window of Barber, you guys. And over here, it's very tricky to film right here. I'll try and get you. Look at that. Isn't it Wallace, like Wallace and Gromit, isn't it? Barber. And here we are. We're at this point here. There's a tree in my way. I just love these lights. If you were taking one of those London lights, Christmas lights tour buses, you must feel like you're able to touch them, because if you see that double decker, even if you're on one of those closed ones, they feel incredibly low to you, and you can really catch like the details on their expressions and how different they are. I'm gonna move. People are looking at me like I'm mad because I'm just standing still in the middle of the throng. Hey ho, they're here to be enjoyed. Isn't that right, guys? These look gorgeous against the colour of the sky tonight. It's very inky. Very magical. I love the sparkle on them. I've never known, like, how do they get that effect where it actually just looks like glitter? Beautiful. I'm going to shush so you can just enjoy them, okay? Absolutely love this. Let your spirits fly away. Look how gorgeous. I love that. Down there, and then I've got a Christmassy window for you guys. Gingerbread candy cane loving. So pretty. I love that let your spirits fly away. I'm going to pinch that for something. So cute. This one's like very low. Look at the body. There's a nice atmosphere up here tonight. It's manageable. Oh, look. How cute. Do you mind? There you go. I can show you. I've been doing this poking camera into windows thing for a while now, guys. And I still feel awkward if they watch me do it. Keeping my eyes peeled all around for Christmas windows, more lights, like down there. Oh yes, you know. I love seeing people carrying all the bags of shopping. I'm going to get to this angel and then I'm just going to shush so that you can enjoy the lights, and I'll put some pretty Christmas music. coming up ahead. Beautiful Hamleys. What is happening in their windows? I'm gonna have a look. They're gonna hate me for stopping again. Oh, is it like Minecraft?
I don't know. She
Love
just
that.
said stand here with that.
Playing chess. Too cute. I have so many happy memories of Hamleys growing up. I'm going to twizzle you a bit, and I'm gonna go to the next window. One sec, guys. Look at this. Such a fantasy toy shop. Loving that with all the figures on from everything. Look at Dobby. And I saw Shrek up there. This is so cool. Look at all these Harry Potters. I bought my first Harry Potter dolls from Hamleys. It's the only place you could find them. Looks like something's good that side. Let me get you there. Look at the tree. Hang on. Sorry. Look at the tree inside. Wow. Aren't they wonderful? They are fantastic. Children love them. I love them. Amazing. Hedwig in the tree. Harry Potter trees. Absolutely stunning. Hamleys, cracking job. Love them. Amazing. Look at that total stunner over there. Beaut. Guys, just here at this little junction, I'm going to wrap this vlog up here for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic Vlogmas day 19 and you all wrap up warm and cozy and enjoy yourselves this evening, whatever you're up to. So hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas day 20. Can you believe it? Enjoy, guys. Loads of love from Festive London, Queenie.